so much. I appreciate this opportunity. My name is Jyotsna Kaplawarapu, and why I'm running for town meeting member is I identified more with Mr. Harding, what he said. I'm from precinct 6. So he said, I want to live in Lexington, not just sleep in Lexington. So I am one of those, and by my career, I'm a physician, and I worked for Leahy Hospital, and I got into community right now, and to identify with a lot of conversations here, I strongly believe, to cut down the residential taxes, the commercial properties is another, or bringing businesses to the town is another opportunity for us. So I contributed some to that as well. So I own a home healthcare agency in Lexington. I'm located in Harrington Park. It's called Interim Healthcare, if anyone wants to check out. So I'm there in community for the last 5 years. So most of my training was very tubular. Most of the physicians think it's me, my education, and my patients, my office. But when I got out, I just felt like there is a lot of potential out there. And it should not stop, just with the training or just with my work. So what goes beyond that is giving back to the community. So right now I'm here in Lexington, I'm living, and I own the business. And also for the last couple of years, I'm serving on 3-year term with Council on Aging Board. So something connected to my senior care and healthcare, I really enjoyed it. So I contributed some for part of mental health task force. Right now we are putting a lot of propositions and some ideas, how to implement. They got some funding from, I think it's also from Chenna Grant, from Leahy Hospital. So we are kind of coming up with, how to approach the community for all age groups, right from the school age kids to the seniors, how we can help with the mental health. So I really enjoyed that, and I want to take it to the next level. So I thought I could do more than what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm not everywhere because of the time constraints, but I'm trying my best. I want to give back to the community, and I need your support.
Hello. My name is Sudhir Ranjan. I have been town meeting member from Precinct 1 since 2018. But recently I bought a new house to Precinct 8, so I have to contest again. So I'm a scientist by profession. I work for pharmaceutical industry. I just heard Mr. Harding said that I'm here to live, not sleep. I think this is very good, because I personally believe that motivation is one of the critical determinants of effective engagement in community affairs. If you're not motivated, you can do nothing. So I moved to US in 2006 from Pittsburgh to Lexington in 2011, and then I became a US citizen in 2015. I was thinking, what should I do? So I was told that you should get involved in community. So I decided to take out some of my time from my so-called busy schedule. I mean, definitely, if anybody is interested, anybody is motivated, they can find time. So I found time, and I tried to learn about town as much as I can, and I learned, and I found out that where can I support? So I thought I can support any project that town is taking for sustainable development, infrastructure. And I also found out that we should do work on water stream management. I think I was in Precinct 1, and some of the area, the water level has gone down, and I heard some concern. I think we should do some work in that area as well. And so that's what I decided to jump and become town meeting member. I ran successfully, and I look forward to running successfully again in 2020 from Precinct 8. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Lin Shu. I'm so glad I'm being here today. Obviously, I've been here last year too, because it's my second time to try to run the town meeting member. If nobody know me first time, I've been in Lexington for over 15 years. So I have the 2 kids, and I've actually raised up from the Lexington, especially the older one, already graduated from high school, really benefits the community. I really appreciate. The reason I'm running the town meeting, I really want to, pay back to the community. Especially the last year I ran, I visited most of the residents in the Princess 5, which is where I live in. I can see lots of residents, when I knock the door, they give their concerns, opinion, which I never ever heard of before. So that's I feel this really I can find some of things I can think about what I can contribute. For example, of the diversities, of the different housing for different seniors or for family with kids. They have all the different requests. How to balance this, I feel is really helpful. The second is that because I'm a scientist, I work in the pharmaceutical company. Luckily, this year I'm moving to one of the startup company at Lexington actually. So now I can get more kind of involved in the Lexington communities. Usually in the in the Boston where I'm living, working just right across of Boston Latin High School. When I moved to the Belgium, they also have company have the community lab. Both companies actually really support community, especially for high school for the science program. Help the high school students burn the interest and involve the science. So that's probably one of the long-term goal I'm thinking about in the later on. The company here in Lexington grow up, definitely open opportunity open to Lexington middle school or high school. Working in the lab, learning some cutting edge science. This is really, I found a way to community back. Second thing is pretty luckily this time because there are no contest seat this time. Basically, like you guys sitting here, please automatically become the town meeting member. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
My name is Ingrid Klimov. Can you hear me? Yes. I used to live on Reed Street, and a little while ago, we moved Precinct 2 to Bacon Street, about a mile away from here. I used to be a town meeting member. I became a town meeting member because my husband and I made a deal. For me to see him more, I would have to get involved in local politics, and he would have to join our church. And believe it or not, we both sing in the choir at our church. Instead of talking about some of the things I've been part of, I want to make a few public service announcements. My name is Ingrid, not Greta. We do have a Greta in our family, a distant Greta in this country. I would like to ask people to contact the planning board if you want to make it easier to have solar panels or solar structures on top of or near your homes. Because currently, 3 members of the planning board have publicly stated that they will support changes in commercial zones, but not in residential zones. The new planning director, Amanda Loomis, has been rewriting the draft for this new zoning. It's not clear when this will come before the planning board, but it will happen within the next month. Another public service announcement, I'm part of the League of Women Voters. And on Friday, February 7th, Dr. Julie Hackett will come to our first Friday forum at the Lexington Public Library, Carey Memorial Library. The meeting will start at 9:30. On the first Friday in March, Dr. Robert Boquillin, I think that's how you say his last name, the superintendent of our regional Minuteman Tech School will be speaking at the first Friday. Now, another announcement is that on Thursday, February 13th, there'll be candidates night. This will be at Clark Middle School. Doors will be open at 7 o'clock. Precinct meetings will be starting at 7:30 to 8:15. Go there in order to meet your town meeting members and future town meeting members. Then, all the candidates for the major offices have been invited to speak in the main auditorium. This will be some of these people here, and also people from the Housing Authority, and also the town moderator will be there. You will have the opportunity to ask these candidates questions. That's more than 1 minute.
This is just because I'm also running for town meeting in Precinct 2. As you heard, we moved from Reed Street to Bacon Street, and the planning board makes recommendations for all these changes I've talked about here, initiatives moving forward. Town meeting gets to make the final decision, and I would like to be in town meeting so that I can help make the final decision as well as make the recommendations.
I'm also running again for town meeting, One Preach, Precinct 7. And so full disclosure, since people will be watching this, I will struggle with some of the capital expenses going forward because of the impact on taxes. That doesn't mean I won't vote for them. I almost always vote for the expenses. And it's not quite accurate that planning board members don't want to change the residential solar policy. What we've said is we want to give that to the planning director to work with over the summer and come up with a policy for residential that we can all support. Thanks.
Thank you all.
I'm not running for town meeting, but I wanted to make one announcement because I forgot to earlier. So this year, on Monday, the select board, we voted to have early voting. So early voting, because the presidential primary is coming, it's the same day as our vote on Tuesday, March 3rd, the town and the state have allowed us to vote early. So there will be voting for the town election as well as the presidential primary during that week. So just to make folks aware, if you're talking to people, they can vote. It's not just on the 3rd, they can vote for you the entire week before. The hours that the polls will be open are the hours of town hall. So Monday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Tuesday's our late day, so the polls are open until 7 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30, and Friday, 8:30 to 1 p.m. So I just want to make sure everybody was aware of that, and all the voting for the early voting will be at the Carey Memorial Building in the town hall.
Thank you so much. Let's give all our candidates a big round of applause. In the interest of time, I would like to wrap up. And then if any of you have any questions for our candidates, please feel free to approach them after. Thank you all for coming.